Hello, I'm back. I'm back right away from episode 6. Okay, so this is episode 7, and I am drinking again, same Java Mama pumpkin apple cake, and this one is pumpkin spice cake with apple pie filling, and I forgot to put the Ready Whip on it, but it is so good. Java Mama is clean and green, better for your gut, and air roasted, so it's never bitter. So good. I will put Java Mama's link down in the comments if I remember, but it's Java Mama. That's MOMMA. JavaMama.com/Kelly's Java. That's the link. That's KELLIS Java. Okay. It is spooky season. I got my crystal light in this. Spooky season. Okay. I've got 2. Who likes creepy dolls? I do. Okay, I like creepy dolls, but going for the Chucky movies, I find them funny. First one I really liked, but I find them more funny than anything. So, but these are a little bit different than Chucky. My nose is itching. Okay. These are a little different than Chucky. First of all, I'm going to talk about, I've got a newer one or more current one and an older classic. I'm going to talk about the newer one first. This is Dead Silence. Now, this one got a lot of flack with the critics, but I didn't know what it was. And then I ended up, I think, getting it on, I don't know if I got it on Netflix, and I liked it so well I bought it. It wasn't very expensive, but this is the unrated version, and I don't see much of a difference, but I don't even remember the first time I watched it from Netflix if it had anything in it. So this is an old legend about Mary Shaw. This is the guys that brought you Saw, by the way, the franchise. And she is a lady who she was a ventriloquist. And there were people that, like, there was a scene in this where she's on stage. They go back and show her as a tramp. This is an old story. And the guy, a doll was delivered to his house at the beginning of it. And his wife ended up getting killed after opening the box of the doll and sitting it on the bed. Or I can't remember exactly how. It didn't really show how it happened, but what it is, it says, "Beware the stare of Mary Shaw. She has no children, only dolls. If you see her in your dreams, be sure you never, ever scream. Or she'll rip your tongue out at the seam." That's what this is. Now, and that's what happens. So this legend, this whole story, they just think, oh, that's just a poem that kids say. It's not real until they find out it is. And she was Mary Shaw. Now here's the back of it. Ever since Mary Shaw was hunted down and killed, the town of Ravens Fair has been haunted by horrific deaths. When a local wife is brutally murdered, now that's at the very beginning, he returns home to unravel the terrifying legend of Mary Shaw and the reasons why you see her. When you see her, you should never, ever scream. Now, when a local's wife, local's apostrophe S wife, that's why I'm reading it, I'm going, a local wife, and then it says he, but yeah, when his wife is brutally murdered. And then Donnie Wahlberg is in this, by the way, who's the detective. And I'm trying to remember who the main guy is. I don't know if he's, let's see, Donnie Wahlberg. No, I don't see his name. I thought he was a familiar to me, but Ryan Kwanten. I was thinking it was somebody that I knew, but he is the main guy, and he's trying to find out what happened to his wife. So he is trying to investigate, and that's how it starts. And then he finds Donnie Wahlberg, who is the detective. And for some reason, he's always shaven. That was that was one of the things some critics got on, that he was always having his electric shaver out. But anyway, give this one a shot. I liked it. I was shocked by the ending. I had no idea about the ending. Some people say it was predictable. I didn't think it was. I really didn't. I was in shock. But without giving it away, that Mary Shaw was a ventriloquist, and it said she was hunted down and killed. She had these dummies as they were her children. And then it comes out why that is. And I don't want to, like I said, I don't want to give anything away. That's the hardest thing about this. Having this channel is I don't want to give anything away. If you have seen it, let me know in the comments what you think about it. This says not rated. It's an hour and a half. I don't know why it says not rated, because I'm pretty sure it's rated R. But I didn't think it was very gory, which is a plus for me. That's why this one gets 4 out of 5 coffees for me, because I watch it every year around this time, and I like that it wasn't very gory. I mean, there was one part in this non-rated, that since this is the unrated version, that was, wow. I remember the one part that they did show that they didn't show the first time, and I'm like, that was not in the first one. It was freaky. It was freaky. Oh, it was one of those where you're like, oh my gosh. But but the rest of it, I don't remember what was different. But that is Dead Silence. Give this one a try. And if you do, let me know what you think in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel so you can get my new episodes. Okay, this is a classic, and it's one of my favorites. And it is Magic from, I was going to look up the year, and of course I forget. This is rated R. It's 107 minutes, and it's from 1978. Dead Silence, I don't know if that had a year on the back of it. It's recent. More recent, anyway. I always forget to look up the years, but I don't want to take too much time looking. So, anyway, 1978 Magic. This stars Anthony Hopkins, Sir Anthony Hopkins, Ann-Margret and Burgess Meredith. Burgess Meredith is the, he was in Foul Play that I talked about, and he was Mickey in the Rocky movies. So, this is more about, it's got some freaky parts in it, and some jump, like you're like, oh my God, like not really, I mean, I guess maybe jump, but more like you're surprised. And I saw this when I was a kid on HBO, and what it is, it's more about Anthony Hopkins. It's a psychological thriller with some scares. Because it's got the creepy doll in it, Magic, and this doll's big. I mean, it's not some little bitty wooden, I mean, this doll's big, and it looks just like it's supposed to resemble Anthony Hopkins. So he is on the up and up, like a cat. He a ventriloquist, and he's on stage, and he's really good at what he does. And Burgess Meredith is like an agent, and he sees his show one night. I think it's New York, I want to say he's in. I know it's a city, but I think it's New York. And he sees him, and he wants to make him an overnight success. But there's one thing he's got to do first. And he tells Anthony Hopkins that you have to, his name's Corky, Anthony Hopkins is, that he has to take a mental test, some type of mental, and he won't do it. He says, no, I'm not doing that. And he ends up taking off. I'm going to read the back of it. He ends up taking off and renting out the place beautiful on a lake. It's like you're in a little cottage. And the couple that runs it is, the wife is Ann-Margret. And he actually went to school with her in the movie. The characters did, so they remember each other. But the back says, Academy Award winner Anthony Hopkins is Corky, a painfully shy, failed magician. So he also, that's why it's called magic, because he also does like card tricks and all that stuff too. He's a failed magician who finds overnight success as a ventriloquist. His brash, foul-mouthed dummy, Fats, that's the dummy's name, becomes a huge nightclub hit. With his star on the rise, talent agent Ben Green, Burgess Meredith, arranges an important shot at national TV. But the pressure of failing the network's required physical sends Corky into a panic. With Fats in tow, he flees the city to a nearly deserted resort in the Catskills, run by the love of his youth, Peggy Ann Snow, and that is Ann-Margret. So, she's trapped in a loveless marriage with her high school sweetheart, Duke. She sees in Corky the chance for a loving relationship and accepts an offer to run away with him. Meanwhile, this agent's looking for him. So, he loves her so much that he wants to leave the show business and go with her. But the other side of him is Fats, the doll. That's like, you can't leave. You can't leave me. So it's psychological. And I'm telling you, it's good. It's drama, it's psychological thriller, and it's got some scares in it. And this is a perfect score for me, 5 out of 5. 5 out of 5 coffees, but some people I've heard say it's boring. It's like, okay, to me, I guess it's not boring because I've seen it as a kid and I know how the whole thing goes. There's a reason for it. I don't consider it boring. I mean, at the beginning, it shows him, you know, and his ventriloquist and how Burgess Meredith talks him into going, or tries to talk him into being on national TV. And so I guess at the beginning, but I'm telling you, it's good. This is a good one. It's one of those that I don't even think is really seen that much anymore. If you have heard of it, I'm sure people have heard of this if you're like my age or older, but give this one a try. This one's good. This one is like, this one's good, but this one's awesome. Put it that way. Psychological thriller as well. They're both good. I picked this one as my top one, but I enjoyed both. I'm kind of surprised they haven't remade this. They remake everything nowadays. I'm glad they didn't, because this is the one I don't see how they could get any better. I mean, with the music and the vibe of it, I just don't see how they could bring that back. But that's my episode 7, and we are in the first weekend of fall. Yes. So get your hot, now that it's fall, get your hot cocoa, tea, coffee, whatever you're drinking, whatever your hot beverage is. Pull up, put your feet up, and watch a good movie. Happy Sunday, everybody. I know tomorrow's Monday, but get those weekend spooky movies in. Or weeknight spooky movies. Get your popcorn, your pumpkin spice, whatever it is. And enjoy yourself, because fall is here. And I will see you next time.